248-539-9797. There is a brewing story that we were going to talk about, then decided not to talk about it, and now have made the editorial call to talk about it. Because a social media post was immediately posted by credible media sources and reported as a major story brewing in the National Football League. And then it was taken down. But now a player has commented. So we're gonna bring it up. You can take it for what it's worth because these are simply allegations.
An ongoing story.
Yes. There is an Instagram post put out on Instagram, obviously, by somebody called Me Amor I Adore. And it addresses Shady McCoy, running back Buffalo Bills. And it's a picture of a woman sitting down, and it's side by side with a woman bleeding from the face, looks like laying in a hospital bed. And it says, "At Shady McCoy is the devil. You are an animal. We didn't say anything about how you beat your dog Henry into kidney failure. Let's not talk about all the times my best friend had to stop you from viciously beating your son for small things like peeing in the bed. We kept quiet about your drug use, all the illegal steroids and needles you were using. But we will not keep quiet about this. I can't believe you did this to my best friend. Your karma is going to be so real. The world needs to know what type of animal you really are. This was just her yesterday on the left, and now this morning, this is her on the right." And it's shocking, okay? It's a shocking picture. Shady McCoy, Lesean McCoy, running back, then posted to Instagram, "For the record, the totally baseless and offensive claims made against me today on social media are completely false. Furthermore, I have not had any direct contact with any of the people involved in months." Now, that is a interesting denial. Because when you say you have not had any direct contact with any of the people involved in months, that seems like it would be pretty easy to prove and prove false. So when you make that kind of claim, because there are phone records and text records and other witnesses, people that see you, you didn't just say you didn't do it. Sean McCoy said he hasn't had any contact with any of the people involved in months. That is a strong denial because it's such an easily disproved denial.
Well, that's a he said, she said, right? Someone's lying then, right?
Yes, at this point. Yeah.
Well, here's the latest on it, guys. Allegedly, okay? So we're just following this thing as it happens. Another friend, very close friend of the victim here.
Says close friend of the victim.
Yes. She says that people were sent to the house, and this was done to her by a group of thugs robbing her or whatever, but she claims that McCoy is the one who sent these guys over to the house. So he may be telling the truth that he hasn't had any personal contact with her, but he may have some involvement of how this happened and how she was injured.
Wow.
They're having a dispute. They're supposed to be in court today about McCoy and his ex-girlfriend about the house that he and her reside in, I guess.
Okay, so look, we've talked about this before, and with the Ray Rice case a few years back, when Ray Rice was accused of the attack on his then girlfriend. The NFL didn't really respond much until the video came out, and it essentially ended Ray Rice's career. To which we kind of made the comment, what did you think this was? What did you think a domestic assault was? Just because there's video doesn't change what he did. People, have to understand what a domestic assault is. And when video gets introduced, suddenly everybody responds, and it's the description was out there.
Well, the thing with Ray Rice was it was in the crime report from the police. It was the police report that said exactly what had happened.
Yes. And the NFL didn't do much.
No, and they didn't do. I mean, in the video, obviously the video spells it out. Like, wow, so that was that. So home, and then you go back and look at the police report. It was verbatim of what happened.
Yeah.
It was a perfect description. What's going on here? We don't have any police report or anything like that, right?
No, we
this
don't.
is just
We
this
just
one woman's account and alleging something had happened. So it's a little bit different.
But what we do have is pictures. And the truth is, now I'm not saying this is right, but when there are pictures, people get outraged. Absolutely outraged. This one is a brewing story for the NFL. You're going to hear a lot about it.
Yes.
Is my prediction.